Godly anger attacks the problem, not the person. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. This is part 4 of our 5-part series. As we look at the wrath of divine love, we have the invitation to show compassion. We turn the mirror now towards ourselves, to where, because we spent some time looking at who God is, that gives us a reasonable expectation of what He wants us to be towards one another. Before we unpack that, though, we want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button. Share this video, please. And go to the website if you need more. That's at changeministry.org. And you'll see this study and many, many more. In fact, there's a health series where we look at plant-based, powerful, delicious recipes you can make at home. You can check it all out there at changeministry.org/health. And of course, we'd love to come to where you are, your church, your school. Yes, if you'd like for us to come your way, please send us an email. That's contact@changeministry.org. Showing compassion. So many times compassion is looked at as simply a passive act. But God wants us to understand that this passivity is actually power. The strength to be able to show compassion, our role, because He is the one who has vengeance. It shows us already that this is not just a passive reality, because God attacks, He addresses, He deals with, but His focus is on the problem and not so much the person who may have that problem. See, in Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 35, He sets the model for us where He says, "To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste." In other words, what's going to happen, and if they keep making those choices, it's going to happen. I need you to look at what I'm doing so that you don't fall in the trap of not doing what I need you to do. He says, "To me belongeth vengeance, to me belongeth recompense." So what is our opportunity? What is our responsibility? In Proverbs chapter 24, verse 29 says, "Say not, I will so do to him as he hath done to me. No, I will render to the man according to his work." God tells us, don't worry about settling the score. He says, I will settle the score. I will take care of business. Say not, I will so do to him as he's done to me. Once the deed has been done, we can't spend our time trying to make up or to get back for what has been done. But even while we're doing what God has asked us to do and moving and trying to be faithful, yet and still someone chooses to do what is wrong, to stab our back or to pick a fight. God is telling us that I will fight that battle. I will not act as they've acted towards me. Instead, I'll remember what He says in Romans chapter 12, verse 17 through 19, "Recompense to no man evil for evil. Therefore, provide things honest in the sight of all men. And if it's possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord." Now there's a lot in this verse, so let's look at it. If it be possible, live peaceably with all men. The responsibility and the role and the right of a Christian, in the righteous thing a Christian should do, is to live peaceably with all men. We should not be going around picking fights. We should not be going out trying to see who we can challenge, because our focus is on being faithful to God. But even as we're choosing to pursue peace, there will be those who want war. There will be those who want to fight. There will be those who will falsely accuse. There will be those who lie and attack. We have a responsibility to attack the problem and not the person, because that gives us the power to live peaceably even when we're in the act of protecting. If we put the focus on not trying to avenge ourselves or make what was wrong right in our own hand, this vigilante, whether literal or spiritual mentality, that's not biblical. In fact, the true vigilance that God wants us to have is to let Him be the one who manifests vengeance. Let Him be the one who evens the score, because He can only do so in justice and in perfect love. We can do it out of justice, but not have love. Or we can go to the other extreme. We're so focused on loving that we do not do what is just. If we're truly being led by God, God will do both, because God is both. He is both the God of love and he loves us enough to be just. I hope we get insight in this study so that we can overcome the bitterness, so that we can overcome the attitude and the paranoia and the anger that can cause us to be like Jonah when God truly just wants us to be like Jesus.